É lá. Inglês com sotaque. Porrada no recinto.
Já sabemos que é mais um filme escolhido por Paulo Fajardo.
Só podia, não é? Isto não é Bloodsport, nem nada. É lá.
Que era aquilo dos copos?
Não, aquilo era um treino à Mr. Miyagi. Era enterrar garrafas de cerveja.
No script. No sense.
Aquilo era enterrar garrafas não, latas de cerveja pela terra adentro. Era plantar cerveja, basicamente.
Olá, Paula.
Olá, Daniel.
Estás fino e hirto que nem uma barra de ferro.
É verdade. Eu e o Sr. Olivier Gruner, que é o senhor que se segue e dispensa apresentações, pelo menos no submundo do aluguer de vídeo das prateleiras do fundo dos videoclubes dos anos 90. Apesar dele usar o mesmo sotaque, esteve sempre um passo atrás do Van Damme. Quem gosta de filmes de ação, de artes marciais, explosões, tiros, gajas descascadas, sabem do que é que eu me estou a referir.
Fixe.
Exatamente.
E porquê é que estamos a falar hoje no Olivier Gruner, não é?
Opa, ele já esteve aqui connosco para nos falar do Velocity Trap.
Velocity Trap.
Do Velocity...
Desembucha.
Ele já esteve connosco para falar do Velocity Trap.
Sim, que é um filme muito giro.
É muito giro, é verdade. Epá, é um filme
passado no espaço.
É um sci-fi ali de finais dos anos 90. Cheio de efeitos especiais um bocado merdosos. Aliás, o aspecto mais merdoso nem são os efeitos especiais do filme, é mesmo a interpretação dos atores, não é?
E todo aquele aspecto muito low budget, não é?
Exatamente.
Ele fartou-se de gabar o departamento técnico do filme e os cenários.
Sim, acho que não tiveram.
E se calhar para o que ele estava habituado era um bom standard. Mas
eu confesso que é a chungaria que me atrai e foi isso que me atraiu no filme.
Conclusão, a entrevista estendeu-se um bocado, não é?
Exatamente.
Tu, como és um gajo que escarafuncha na carreira desta... És o único, tu és a única pessoa que escarafuncha na carreira toda desta malta.
Eu julgo que eles até devem ficar surpreendidos quando recebem um telefonema da malta de Portugal, de um podcast chamado VHS.
Eles costumam receber telefonemas da malta de Portugal.
Exatamente.
Agora vão começar, não é? Agora costumam, não é? São sempre os mesmos.
Somebody's interested in my career.
Yes.
Mas aqui o Olivier Gruner, o gajo é um homem de sete ofícios. Pá, o gajo nas horas vagas faz segurança, é piloto de helicópteros e depois faz uns filmesitos. Quando tem tempo e vagar para isso. E ainda hoje é praticante de BJJ. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Conclusão,
Exatamente.
a entrevista ficou um pouco extensa, aquilo ficou lá cheio de retalhos e este podcast serve então para juntar todos aqueles filmes onde ele colaborou e que o Paulo estava sedento de saber mais curiosidades. Por isso vamos a isso, não é?
Eu achava que ele, assim que desligasse o telefone, dificilmente voltaria a falar connosco.
Sim.
Então eu aproveitei a oportunidade.
Quiseste chupar todo o leite da vaca, não é? Ou mugir o leite da vaca.
Dito dessa maneira pareceu um bocado rated R, mas pronto.
Então qual é que o primeiro trecho da entrevista com ele diz respeito ao título deste podcast, não é? O Circuit, não?
Tu queres fazer por essa ordem?
Pode ser.
Assim como o Van Damme tem o Kickboxer e o Stallone tem o Rocky e o Lou Ferrigno o Cage, a Jaula da Morte, o Olivier Gruner também tem o seu circuito de combates de submundo sem regras. Na trilogia rodada por Jalal Merhi entre 2002 e 2006...
Ele entrou nos três filmes?
Exatamente, ele é o ator principal. Entre 2002 e 2006, o circuito. Vamos ouvir. You also worked with actor-director Jalal Merhi in the circuit 1, 2 and 3. And guaranteed on delivery. Do you have any backstage funny stories from these films?
Yep, absolutely. Okay, here's the story. I was in Toronto. I was doing a TV series for Warner Brothers, right? And Jalal called me and said, "Hey, Olivier, can we get together?" I said, "Sure." And I said, "Well, I want to make another film, you know." And I said, "Do you want to... why don't we make a movie?" I said, "Well, I can't tell you. The only way I will do a movie is we're going to shoot in LA and we're going to do underground fighting, martial art film, and we're going to do it, in I think it was like 2 months or 3 months after I finished the TV series." He looked at me. He said, "I'm going to tell you, Olivier, I'm going to say no to all those answers." I said, "What do you mean?" "Well, first of all, we can't shoot in LA. It's too expensive. We got to do it in Canada. I said, okay. And then
it was less expensive.
No. The martial art is dead. You cannot do martial arts film. And I said, okay. And I said, well, in 3 months, I'm not going to be ready, right? And then it's so funny. And Jalal just, you know, he was so shocked about, you know, what I was telling him to shoot in LA and stuff. And then at the end, we did it. And I said, you know what? When we finish the film, I said, I'm glad we did it. And then Jalal, we started to shoot the sequel, right? And you're going to love this. And we shot the sequel. And then Jalal said, you know, Olivier, the movie's coming out of Blockbuster tomorrow. I said, oh, really? Okay. So the next day, I go to Blockbuster, right? And I'm looking for maybe like 2 or 3 tapes, you know, and I can't find it. I swear, I'm looking around and say, damn, I mean, you know, really?
So you called Jalal and then, what did he say?
So hold on. So I go and ask the teller, and I said, excuse me, do you have the circuit? And he goes like, yeah, right there. I said, and I look at him and say, where? Right there. Right there. And I look at it. We had 60 videotapes and 60 DVDs lined up. We had a full wall, like a major release. And I went all over the country to check it out. You know, I went to Salt Lake City. I went all over. And it was an amazing release. I mean, it was the best release he ever had, ever.
Yeah.
So that was a very successful film for us, for him and me, definitely.
Okay.
So,
you're very proud of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Há uns tempos falámos com o padrinho do nosso podcast, o mestre Albert Pion, que nos garantiu diretamente a partir do deserto do Nevada que estava a rodar um mashup entre 2 dos seus filmes mais emblemáticos, o Cyborg e o Nemesis, dando assim origem ao título Cyborg Nemesis.
O título, aquilo está para lá no IMDb, não é?
Perdido. Exatamente, é verdade.
Talvez o nosso amigo Gruner nos dê algumas luzes sobre
isso. Não, acho que ele também não tem muitas luzes sobre isso. E por essa altura o Pion garantiu-nos que o Gruner regressaria, mas que o Van Damme possivelmente não é? Segundo as publicações do realizador no Facebook, o filme está pronto há cerca de 1 ano, mas ainda não encontrou qualquer distribuidora. Estranho é que o Gruner confirma que realmente andou a fazer umas filmagens com o Sr. Pion, mas que nem sabe exatamente para o que era, nem se realmente irá aparecer no Cyborg Nemesis. Ora, vamos lá ouvir. Nemesis is one of your most recognizable films. Our first podcast was on Nemesis, and our first interview was with Albert Pion. You reunited with him in Tales of an Ancient Empire, and more recently in Cyborg Nemesis. How was this reunion with Mr. Pion?
Well, first of all, I think one of my best films is really Nemesis. I mean, I think so. It was extremely successful. I love Nemesis. The character, everything was perfect. Now, with Albert, we decided to do... We never really did another film. I mean, we did a couple of things, but it was not really a film. It was just, you know, I was there maybe shot for maybe an hour or 2, and that was it, you know, to finish one of his films. But I did only Nemesis with him. That was it, really. Okay. You know. Now, I don't know what's going on with Albert. I know he contacted me a few times, but then we haven't heard from him since then. So, but you know, maybe
can you confirm if you are in Cyborg Nemesis?
You know, I cannot confirm that because I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Okay. No, it's rumored that you will be in it. But since we don't know, also we thought that maybe you would know. Ali a carreira do Olivier deu salto em meados dos anos 90, quando rodou Savate, que é uma espécie de western sobre o primeiro lutador de kickboxing que usava um estilo de artes marciais muito particular, chamado precisamente Savate. Este filme foi realizado pelo Isaac Florentino e também foi diretamente para vídeo para as prateleiras. No passado trouxemos esse grande guilty pleasure do Pedro Cinema Chunga, que é o Xi, a rainha da guerra e do amor. realizado por essa grande lenda do cinema israelita Avi Nesher.
Yeah.
Estou certo que muita gente alegou este filme nos anos 80 a julgar que se tratava de um filme para adultos, mas claramente ficaram desiludidos, não é?
A rainha da guerra e do amor, não é?
Exatamente. Mas qual é a ligação entre o Olivier e o Xi? É precisamente o realizador. E juntos fizeram 2 filmes que são 2 autênticos arraiais de pancada. O Mercenary, que é uma espécie de Taken de baixo orçamento, diretamente para vídeo, em 96. E no mesmo ano rodam Savage, que é também uma espécie de Taken 2 de baixo orçamento. Agora vamos lá ouvir. You did Mercenary and Savage with director Avi Nesher. What do you remember from these 2 films?
Well, working with a legend like John Ritter, was great. And the only thing I will say is we had such a great chemistry off the set, well, on set. But in the film, they didn't use it, It could have been so funny because the way we are acting with each other off the set,
He was a comedian.
But we didn't use it.
He was a comedian.
He was a comedian, yeah. And they use him more as a serious person.
Okay.
And I don't think it worked very well. I think it would have been funnier if you let John be John.
Yeah.
But then again, let's go back to the question is working on those both films. When you work with Avi Nesher, it's like going to war. It's we shoot constantly, and actually sometimes I'm not kidding. One day we did 24 hours, a shoot of 24 hours.
Well,
he's
Israeli, so he's very hardcore. I imagine.
Yeah, very, very hardcore. So we never stopped. Like I had always a PA with me. Even if I go to the bathroom, you got somebody right there. Say, Olivier, we gotta go on the set. I said, dude, come on, give me 2 minutes. No, we gotta go. It's ready. It's really tough. So I gotta be in extremely good shape when I shoot with Avi Nesher.
Yeah, I imagine.
Dia, Olivier Gruner decidiu realizar.
Acordou bem disposto.
E pensou assim, eu não sou só músculo, eu também sei realizar um filme.
Eu também tenho aqui intenções artísticas,
mas
coisas.
O primeiro filme dele foi
expressar.
O primeiro filme dele foi uma co-realização ou foi, não foi? Ele diz isso.
Foi para aprender o métier. Bem, assim como outros grandes da pancadaria de série B, como o Dolph Lundgren e o Marco da Cascos, Gruner decidiu tentar a sua sorte atrás das câmaras. Mas a sorte não lhe tem batido à porta. Mas o melhor é que ele próprio assume e que ainda tem muito para aprender. Then you took the next step and you co-directed and co-wrote and acted on One Night in 2010. How was the experience of being behind the camera?
Well, do you want the truth?
Always the truth.
The truth was a nightmare. A nightmare. And then, it's funny, actually you do it, you don't know. First of all, never have any partners. That's something I can tell you. I worked so hard, and it didn't come out. They reshoot a couple scenes. Yeah. That was disaster, and you can see it's totally different camera. It's not even the same camera. It's not even the same film, So right at the beginning, the first 5 minutes, I didn't shoot that. I didn't do that. It's just right after when we started to be in the woods with the kids, I shot that,
Okay.
So that was great too, but having partners was a nightmare.
But
so that's not a film I'm very proud. I'm proud of some of the scenes we did.
Yeah.
But it was a tougher thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really hard.
You repeated the experience on Regenerator in the same year and Sector 4.
Sector 4 was, then again, when you produce, when you direct, when you act in it, it's a lot of work. And especially with the money we spent, it's kind of very, very hard to finish a film like that. It's a big challenge. I finished it. We got some good action scenes, We got some great scenes with the different actors, Mm-hmm. But it's really hard. It's really tough to do it. mentally and physically it's very hard because I'm carrying like 3 hats, you know. It's already hard to be a producer. It's very hard to be a director. It's hard to be an actor. So the 3 together combined, it's a lot of work. It's very tough. So 6 to 4, done, great. Lionsgate picked it up. So Eric Roberts was fantastic. He's always great anyway. And he was great to work with. A lot of people, you know, I heard rumors, you know, working with him, but, you know, actually that's my second film with him.
Marco da Cascos anda um pouco esquecido e decidiu também tomar as rédeas da sua própria carreira e passar a realizar os seus próprios filmes, tal como o Olivier anda a tentar fazer. Lá pela sua terra natal, no Havaí, que é também a terra natal do nosso querido padrinho Albert Pyun, o Marco da Cascos está a tentar fazer uma espécie de Expendables low budget, reunindo a malta que deu algumas cartas no mundo da série B nos anos 80 e 90, como o Kerry Hiroyuki Tagawa, o Dark Angel Matthias Hughes, o Don the Dragon Wilson e a Cynthia Rothrock, e entre eles o nosso caro Olivier Gruner, que nos fala dessa grande experiência. Olivier, you are now in your middle 50s and you don't show signs of slowing down. Only this year you are releasing 3 films and preparing 2 more. Showdown in Manila is one of your next films, where you start along with Cynthia Rothrock and Matthias Hughes. What can you tell us about the story of this film?
Well, actually, we shot it already.
Okay.
I mean, we already did it. Yeah, it was great. You know, it's funny because the martial arts, some of the martial art guys, you know, they're not used to hold a gun. You know, like I do, like, you know, military experience and in training, because I do executive protection also as well in real life. You know, but for the high guys, you know, it's the real stuff. It's
you work as a
bodyguard.
Bodyguard, yeah. I didn't know this.
Called executive protection. So we work with some of the Secret Service. You know, it's high end stuff. So we train, you know, a lot with guns, and I can't say too much about it, but it's so I do that, you know. It depends, you know. Like one day I want to fly helicopters. I say I'm going to get a job flying helicopters for a year. But sometimes I can do films, you know, because I schedule it, and I'm going to open my gym also. That's what I'm going to do.
When will you team up with Van Damme? You have both very similar fighting style. I think it would be great to see you both guys on screen.
You know, I wouldn't mind doing it. I think it's more coming from him, obviously, you know.
And have you ever been approached to be on Stallone's Expendables sequel?
Yeah, actually, we had the name wrote down for the number 4.
Oh, number 4? Yeah.
And, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to do it. We are not sure.
These are all our questions. It was great talking to you. It was great to knowing some things that you do besides movies. I didn't know that about you. I must confess that you have two films that I enjoy very much from your early days that are 2 guilty pleasures of mine. They are Automatic and Savage. I watch them at least once a year. And I am a big fan of you here in Portugal.
I want to say one more thing. I have a son also, so every time I try to do a film, you know, I put him in. He's really good, very talented. My son is 11 years old.
What's his name?
His name is Nash Gruner. He's a very funny kid.
Okay.
He has a very good name to be on the cover, movie cover.
Yeah.
Nash Gruner.
Yeah.
It's a great name.
He will be. He's a funny kid. He's
okay, we expect him to start alongside with you. You have to teach him all the tricks, all the martial arts tricks.
Yes, I do.
Of course you do.
Okay. Olivier.
He beats me up every day, so I got a lot of bruises from him.
On the PlayStation, right?
Yeah, you're right. Well, don't talk to me about PlayStation. I'm tired of it.
Okay, Olivier.
Oh, you're funny.
Very fun
Thank
talking
you so
with
much,
you.
Guys.
Thank you very much for your availability. And we hope to see you on screen very soon. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Bye.
Bye.
Espero que tenham usufruído e aprendido muito com o mestre Olivier Gruner. Espero que
eu aprendi bastante.
Tenham sentido a tentação de revisitar estes filmes chunga de porradão dos anos 90, essencialmente, não é?
Eu volta e meia faço.
Mas isso já nós sabemos, não é? Isso já nós sabemos. Quanto a nós, resta-nos lembrar que temos um e-mail para onde podem enviar as vossas dúvidas, sugestões, nudes e caralhadas, se vos apetecer. Chama-se vhs.podcast@gmail.com.
Mandem-nos cassetes VHS dos anos 80 e anos 90, se tiverem.
O Paulo falou por cima de mim, eu vou dizer vhspodcast@gmail.com.
Exatamente.
Estamos no iTunes, estamos no Facebook, estamos por aí. Obrigado e até à próxima, amiguinhos.
Até uma próxima.